makeup and henna artist, originally from Yorkshire but now living in Belfast, Northern Ireland. This week it will be Eid, however it will be somewhat different this year due to the current circumstances. Usually at this time I'd be going out to people's houses and enjoying the traditional application of henna and enjoying this beautiful tradition. However, as it'll be different this year, I thought I'd do a quick video to help you do henna at home, which will keep this beautiful tradition alive. I'm going to be giving you some guidance, tips and advice on applying henna and how to do some simple designs that you can do at home. So grab a pen, a piece of paper or even a henna cone and let's get started. So first things first. First tip, always make sure that you use natural henna. Natural henna is one that's made by a henna artist, fresh. Those cones that you buy in Indian stores usually would have chemicals in it. Natural henna, the henna that I make, contains natural henna powder, which is triple sifted to ensure that there's no bits left in the actual henna, white sugar, pure essential lavender oil. You can use other oils as well, tea tree oil, cajupur oil. But I tend to use lavender oil because it's the safest to use, especially on young children and also on ladies who may be pregnant. Avoid henna-ing any lady which is pregnant under 12 weeks. And then water also. Some artists would mix lemon juice, I just use water. So that's natural ingredients. You want to always be aware of not ever using black henna. Black henna has got PPD in it, which is a hair chemical, a hair dye. It's not meant for the skin and it can leave toxins and allergies on the skin, and worst case scenario can have lead to organ failure. So always make sure that you have natural henna whenever you do henna on yourself. Okay, just to start off with the basic elements of any henna designs, we're going to look at these elements here. Any henna design combines all of these elements together. So these are lines, dots, swirls, paisleys, humps, circles and teardrops. There are many more, but we're going to concentrate on these, and then the final design that we'll do will be basically an element of all of these put together. So first of all, in terms of lines, all henna designs have lines, and the way to do lines is by using your cone and applying gentle pressure and lifting your cone, and this is called the draping technique, and then just placing it down. You want to create a straight line as possible. And this comes with practice, so just the more you practice, the more your lines will be straight. Sometimes we want to create a thick line, so what we can do is create two thinner lines and then squeeze harder so more henna comes out of the cone, and we want to just fill the line in the middle so it becomes a thicker line. Next, dots. It's a very simple basic element, but they are important. So to do a dot, you just put your cone down onto the skin or piece of paper or wherever you're practicing and just gently squeeze. Smaller dots will just have smaller pressure and lift the cone. Larger dots, place it in the middle and just squeeze until the dot gets bigger and bigger to the size that you want it. Whenever you do henna designs, try and make sure that each dot or element that you're doing is the same size to keep with consistency. The eye likes consistency, so, and if you're doing dots which are gradually getting smaller and smaller and smaller, you just lift your cone quicker. The next one, swirls. So there's several ways of doing swirls. We'll do a circle with a swirl in the middle. So let's just go round and round and round. So it's a spiral almost. These can be central elements within a flower. Other ways of doing swirls. And you do need cone control, but the more you practice, the easier it gets. You could have swirls coming off things in one direction, and then you want to turn it to the other direction. One direction, than the other direction. Paisleys, there's different ways of doing paisleys, but the way I like to do it is I like to create a Z shape and then bring the tummy round, and from the top use the same swirl element and attach the pearl to, the top to the belly of the paisley. Let's do that again. There's different ways of doing it. Depends on the orientation as well of your design. You need to be able to do it in different angles. Now, when we have a paisley, we want to do an infill. So there's lots of different ways of doing infills, but a simple way is doing a swirl, a C shape, and then we're going to create humps. We'll do more of these humps next. Then it makes the design look more intricate. So all designs have humps in them. They're just the small elements. So I'm just going to make a foundation line, an anchor line. And what you want to do, you want to create little fences. But you want to make sure that each fence is the same width and height. So carry on. Next, we'll do circles. So, let's just clean the cone. You can do a circle within a circle. You could do it around the circle. So again, the eye needs to gauge. That's not perfect, but near enough. And then teardrops, which are like the dots that we did earlier, but then you drag. So you do the dot and you drag the cone down. Dot, drag, drop, dot, drag, dot, drag, dot, drag, dot, drag. They're the basic elements. Now in terms of teardrops, when you're doing vines, say you'll do two parallel lines like this, and you'll do the same concept, except you'll teardrop it down so that you create leaves on the vine. And that's it. I've been doing henna for about 22 years and I love this beautiful traditional art. If you are interested in learning how to mix and apply henna, I do face-to-face classes and also classes online. If you're interested in buying natural mehndi cones, you can contact me via Facebook or Instagram. Please send me your work on my social media handles. I'd love to see what you did. For now, I'd like to wish you all a very happy, prosperous, healthy Eid. Eid Mubarak.